Okay guys, first one we're going to repot is this Dendrobium secundum, Alba times red. So let's take off all this old media, loosen up a little bit. They are dry from transport, which is good because you don't want them rotting, especially now that it's cold. Look at that, it's pretty good root system. I hate to disturb the roots, but we have to put it in the setup that will work better in my room instead of the one they have in the nursery in Hawaii, which is of course completely different from what I have, what I can provide in my grow tent in my room. So let's just clean all this. Try to be very gentle and so that we don't hurt any of this beautiful root. So we're almost there. I took off pretty much everything inside here. I'm not gonna try to completely remove everything because it should be okay with a little bit of those chips, wood chips that is attached. I'm not gonna force to remove that and damage the root system. So okay, let's just go and rinse this. Hey guys, I rinsed her out and I cleaned up the old chips that we have. We're going to spray her with the hydrogen peroxide, and it's 3%, which should be safe for your plant. It wouldn't damage the roots. If it's bubbling and sizzling, that means it's working. I've learned that from Miss Orchid Girl. And you make sure you wear gloves because that hydrogen peroxide sometimes will burn or dry my hands. It hurts sometimes. I learned that the hard way. I choose to put her in this pot, which is airy. There's a drain there, but this one here don't have a drain. I want to use that as a reservoir. That way I can monitor how much water it has there. It's clear. So first thing, we're going to put a sphagnum moss at the bottom, and then we're going to put some of our media. I like to use lava rocks, because it's heavy and it keeps my orchid stable. It's not gonna be easily tipped over. So we're going to put a little bit more sphagnum moss, and we're just gonna alternate it with the sphagnum moss and the lava rock. There we go. This Dendrobium orchid, I read that usually likes a smaller pot. I don't know that for a fact, but that's what I saw or I read somewhere online. So we're just gonna try to pack this and just very gently try not to damage our root system there. We'll put a little bit more moss, make all the moss connected from the bottom. That way it will transfer the liquid from the bottom to the top and prevent it from drying. Here we go. Now we're going to top a little bit more of the rocks. Like I said, I like using the rocks because it's heavy and it helps the plant stable and not easily tipped over, especially with this kind of orchid. It is very tall, so we're going to put the stake back, maybe put it behind it like that, and let's put the tie back like so, and that should help it stabilize it. And she's going to be in this heavy ceramic pot I got from Lowe's a while back. We just put her there. So that's going to be her new home. Look how pretty she is. All right, I think she's gonna like that. So up to the next one. So next one, we're going to repot this variegated special Cattleya that also came from Akatsuka. This is my special purchase, and it's my early Christmas present for myself. I need to justify the price. Okay, so let's loosen up the pot. Loosen up the pot. Sometimes the roots attach to the pot. Just give it a little massage. There you go, it's coming off. Oh, look at that roots. It doesn't really have a massive root system. I mean, there's some here, new one coming out, but this is aerial root. Really, it wasn't inside the pot. So there's a few roots there, viable roots. Like, let's just take off all of this. And let's try to be really gentle. We don't want to break any of these roots because it doesn't really have much, as you can see. So this roots right here is hollow inside, really soft and mushy. Yep, that is mushy. They easily come apart. Really don't have a massive root system, huh? I hope I can keep this alive. Kind of nervous. I like to remove some of this coverings because I like to see the green. It looks more polished and clean. So I went ahead and cleaned up, got rid of the old media, and this is what we have right now. So look at that variegated leaf. There's a little damage there, but I don't think it will hurt the plant at all. So there is few roots coming out. I'm not worried. They should. Oh no! Oh no! Where this root came from? See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. We need to be really gentle because that could happen to you. So let's spray it with the hydrogen peroxide again. Just so. I decided to put her in this pot. I think it's a little big, but I'm just gonna make it really airy. That way it shouldn't be a problem. So let's just put a moss at the bottom to soak the liquid, and then we'll put this lava rock media mix with mica, like so. And now we can put our plant. Let's situate the old ones over here at the edge. Let's put more lava rock. I can't pronounce it. Pardon me, guys, for my accent. Alright. And we're going to put more of the sphagnum moss. We'll alternate the sphagnum moss and the rocks. Just like that. The charcoal should help absorb some moisture, and that way we don't overwater. Sometimes I do that. I'm bad. And it's hard to tell how much water I already gave sometimes, and I just keep pouring and pouring, and then I realize there's so much water at the bottom and I just have to dump it out. Alright, I think we're good here. Look at that new roots. We need to make sure to cover that, because sometimes if I leave it uncovered, it burns, because the salt build up, settles on top, to burn the roots. And then we're going to put her in this pot. This pot is loose, and so there's going to be a lot of air circulation over here around. All right, that's two more to go. Oh, let's not forget to put the tag, which I'm sure I will not forget this though, because the only variegated I have. Oh, actually I have another variegated, my Kingianum. So this is not the only variegated I have. There she is, guys. Oh, see, it's tipping over already. We may have to stake this later. But yep, her new home. Okay, next one is the beautiful Dendrobium aggregatum. Little massage to loosen up the media, just like we did before. Now gently pull it out from the pot. There's still a resistance in there. Okay, I think. Oh, there we go. Look at all that. Let's put our tag over there so we don't lose it. Okay, so let's see what we're working on. Looks like the media are disintegrating already. Let's spray it with the hydrogen peroxide again. Make sure we get rid of any snails or any living creatures there that's not supposed to be there. I think we're good. Let's go look for an appropriate pot for that. So I think this pot is perfect. No drainage at the bottom, because I want to keep the bottom as a reservoir, and it's really shallow. I read that this plant likes a hollow, wide pot, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to put moss again at the bottom to soak the liquid and transfer it upwards. So, and then we're going to put our lava rock mixture, leca mixture, and then a little bit more moss. Make sure the moss are connected. Moss are like our weak. And now we're going to put the plant. I think I'm going to put the plant in the middle because it's multi-directional, it looks like, and the rule of new growth being in the centers doesn't apply on this one. And we're going to put more of the rocks. Oops, putting some moss around it. There we go. Okay, I think we're done here, and that's her new home. Let's put this big chunky rock somewhere right here. I think that's good. We'll hold the plant up. I think I'm going to put more moss near the root system so it won't dry up the roots. I think this is finished, guys. Hopefully she like her new home. Cross fingers. And that's her name tag. We gotta put it there, make sure we don't lose it, because I lost a lot of tags, but this one I don't think I will forget what's her name. She's very unique in my collection, so I can definitely remember what's her name. We're going to put her in this terracotta pot. I like it that it's a little over the pot because I can easily grab it and check the roots. I like to check the roots and the water every time I water, so I know how much water is draining at the bottom. So this is perfect for me. There she is. Last one we're going to repot today from Akatsuka is the freebie. The freebie they gave me, it's the Akatsuka 50th anniversary Volcano Queen. Wow, 50th. That's a long time for the anniversary. So let's loosen up. There's really not a massive root. It looks really healthy though. I was expecting to have more roots, but I guess most of the roots didn't go inside the pot, so I can definitely put this inside the pot, and that will help the plant hydrate. But I like to remove this Villermin. I like my plant to look clean. Okay, let's rinse it out. Loosen up some of these bark chips. Okay, I rinsed it out, and it looks like there's a two plant in that one pot, so they separated. It's not too bad. My free plant, I can give away one of these. And now we're going to put this plant, I think I'm going to turn the young growth both in the middle of the pot. Like that. Oh, like that. And we'll put all these air roots inside. Alright. Some more lava rock. Here we go. I think that's perfect. Okay, look at the finished product. I think she's going to be happy in her new home. Let's not forget to put her name tag. And I'm going to place her in this decorative, beautiful yellow. I love yellow color. And it's very airy around here. So there's going to be a lot of air. She shouldn't be suffocating. Okay guys, that's it for now. Lilo and I thank you so much for watching my humble repotting video. I will update in 6 months or so how the plants are doing. I hope they are still alive by then. Cross fingers, and I hope you'll come back again to check that one out. Thanks. Have a good day.